All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming out in the rain. I know that it takes such a commitment to come out when it's raining. Don't we all want to super hibernate? So today, we're going to be going over the 10-day body reset. And you get to choose the focus of your program. So we're going to go over the blood sugar support program and then the healthy inflammation response program. So let's get started. So do I really need a reset? I think after the holidays, most of us can say yes, right?
A redo.
Yeah, a redo, exactly. We kind of tend to overindulge and definitely kind of take in more calories probably than we need. So do you feel tired or sluggish? Do you rely on coffee to get you through the day, right? Are your joints stiff or painful? Are you carrying excess weight around? Do you suffer from brain fog? So if you answered yes to any of these, you need a reset. So you're in the right place. Don't you want to feel like this, right? It's completely refreshed inside and out. So we're going to go over why you should cleanse, which path is right for you, the program details of each of the two different paths, what do you eat on a cleanse, and then support for success. I have done a lot of cleanses, purifications, different kind of things, and the great part about this one is you actually eat food, right? So some do like juice fasts and stuff like this. This is totally different. We're actually going to eat food, just whole food sources. So we'll go over that a little later. Okay, so what are we eating that's really causing a problem, right? So in the United States, we allow over 14,000 chemical additives to our foods. The average American consumes more than 150 pounds of food additives and 170 pounds of sugar. That's a lot of sugar, right? And there's one organ in particular in your body that has to process all that. Does anybody know what it is?
The liver.
Oh, yeah, the liver. And we're going to go over the liver a little later. But yeah, the liver is responsible for processing all the food additives and even the sugar that we take in. Okay, so let's look at sugar's effects on us first. So, have you ever seen a kid ask for sugar, then get sugar, and then what happens post-sugar, right? They kind of get like all jacked up and super crazy. So, just like this guy right here. So it gives you a rapid rise in blood sugar, signals insulin production. To metabolize sugar, minerals are actually pulled from your bones, your teeth, and other parts of your body. So there's a lot of things that happen when you eat sugar. Your immune system is suppressed for at least 5 hours once you eat sugar. Sugar-feeding gut bacteria like Candida get a boost. You get an altered mental status, like I said, resulting in erratic behavior and emotional outbursts. Dopamine is released, causing a euphoric state, and then it also becomes somewhat addictive, right? Because we get that good feeling, and then we just want more and more. And then you get a decrease in the I'm full signals, like how many apples can you eat versus how many Oreos can you eat, right? Like you just keep shoving those in your mouth because nothing is going to the brain saying I'm full. You eat an apple with all that fiber, you're going, oh yeah, I feel.
So we are talking about processed sugar, not.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, processed sugar. Thank you, Andy. Okay, so sugar really stresses the liver. So when we eat fructose, it goes to the liver. If the liver glycogen is low, such as after like intense activity, like a run, the fructose is actually used to replenish it. However, most people aren't really consuming fructose after a long workout, right? And their livers are already full of glycogen. So what's going to happen? The liver turns the fructose into fat. So some of the fat gets shipped out, but part of it remains in the liver, and eventually, over time, this can build up to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. The liver's really like your oil filter in your car, right? It needs to be cleaned out. Sugar actually increases bad cholesterol and triglycerides. So cutting back the sugar can actually help with your cholesterol. It can contribute to leptin resistance, and leptin is actually a master hormone that regulates weight in the body. So that can cause weight gain, cravings, sleep trouble. It's going to disrupt those sleep cycles. And again, it's going to create that addictive response in the brain. I need more sugar. Okay, so let's look at some sources of sugar. This is, you know, the food pyramid. We all know this, right? The standard American diet is very sad. Very sad. So the base of this diet is, what is it? Carbs, sugar, right? And when you eat that, what does it turn to in your body?
Sugar.
It turns into sugar. So I would suggest some modifications to this, and we'll look at what we're going to eat later on in the program. But yeah, this basis, this mainstay of our pyramid is basically going to cause a lot of sugar and a lot of weight gain. The bread, those cookies maybe? Oof.
Or potatoes.
Or potatoes, thank you. I thought that they were potatoes last night, but now they look like cookies still. All right, so let's, like we said, the liver is so important. So the liver only does around 500 or so functions for the body, only, right? So it's a lot. It's really one of our master organs. It keeps us going. And it has two different phases. There's two different phases in the liver. We have phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is gathering all the toxins, right? It's kind of like, if you think about this like your trash. So you're going to go in your house and you're going to gather up all your trash, right? That's phase 1. Let me get rid of all this clutter. I don't need it. Phase 2, you're going to put it out on the curb. Phase 2 is the garbage man. He's going to come by and he's going to pick up your trash. So what happens when we don't clean out our liver or take care of eat nutrients that are very important for our liver is that we get jumbled up in the phases. So we could have so much trash that we can't get it out to the curb in time. Or we could have so much trash that the trash guy's like, listen lady, I only take 2 bags at a time. You got 5. Right? So eventually all that is going to really start to build up and cause the body not to function like it should. Okay? Does anybody know what is one of the best foods that supports your liver? Bueller.
Lemon. I don't know.
Lemon is a good one. Lemon water is great, but I'm thinking of like more of a food with a lot of nutrients. You cut it open and it kind of looks livery.
Avocado? No.
No,
Avocado.
no. You cut it open, it looks kind of livery. It's not just say it now.
Beets.
Beets.
Oh, yeah.
Beets. Everybody's like, I knew that, right? I knew it. So beets are one of the best foods that we can eat for our liver. How many people, just by a poll, how many people in here actually like beets?
Ooh, I do now.
But that's only about half the room, right? So the other half, if you're not eating beets, and that's okay, I'm not judging, you don't have to like every single food that there is, but some foods are very vital for our body, right? So if you're not going to eat it, you should take it in a supplement, and we'll talk about that a little later. Okay, so we're going to get into the program details next. So why we choose standard process and MediHerb products in our office. So whole food supplements are basically concentrated nutrition from organically grown vegetables like kale, Brussels sprouts, beets, and carrots. Standard process headquarters is in Wisconsin. Because where else do you have a really nice organic farm in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin? I've been there. It's absolutely beautiful. And the farm manager, I mean, she manages about 500 acres at Standard Process Organic, their organic farm. and then about 150 acres at home for fun, right? Because it's just like a good time. So they contain the highest level of vitamins, amino acids, phytonutrients, and a myriad of other nutrients found in our naturally occurring foods. So, vitamins are just part of foods. What we're actually looking for is the whole complex, because, vitamins, yes, they're important, but they're what's in food, and it's probably the stuff that we don't even know that's in the food that is really doing all the work, right? So at the farm, they actually have these huge machines that dehydrate the vegetables, and then they grind them into powder, and then ship them around the corner to their processing facility where they form them into capsules and tablets and all of their formulations. So just like I said, even with your best efforts to eat quality foods, you may still have key nutritional deficiencies. So replenishing your body with the proper supplementation from organic whole foods and herbs actually gives your body the ability to rebuild and regenerate in an amazing way.